Mayor absent. Mayor Skoog.
Should go quick.
Mayor Skoog, are you here?
Present, yes.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Nye.
Here.
Councilmember Mallory is absent this evening. Councilmember Anderson.
Anderson, are you
Present?
Oh, I'm here.
He's not sure.
You said Anderson. That's why I couldn't understand what you were
Councilmember Whiting.
I think I'm here.
Whiting, are you
Councilmember
here?
Marshall.
Here.
Councilmember Grossman.
Still here.
We still have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, Diane. Okay, first item is consent agenda. The matters listed in the consent agenda will be considered routine by district board and enacted by one motion. Two items: approval of July 10th, 2014 CFD minutes, and B, approval of the resolution number 32 for partial redemption of Eastridge Community Facilities District Special Assessment lien bond, Series 2003. Anyone care to pull an item for discussion or act on it as a whole? Need a motion to approve?
Mr. Mayor, I'd be happy to make a motion
Okay.
that all matters listed under consent agenda are considered to be routine by district boards and will be enacted by one motion. I make that motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Second, anyone?
I'll second it, Mayor.
We have a motion and a second. Would you set the vote, Diane? And that passes. Next, we move on to new business for review, comment, and interaction. Consideration of approving resolution number 31, adopting Eastridge Community Facilities District tentative budget for fiscal year 2015 and providing notice of public hearing on July 9th, 2015. Bill, you're up.
Good evening, Chairman, Vice Chairperson, board members. I know you had a long evening, and I know this is probably the last thing you really wanted to end your evening with, so I will really leave it up to you. We've talked about this at the end of May 30th work study. We went over each of the budgets. I can go through kind of in detail, give you a little bit more of an overview again, or I can just hit the highlights. Would that be okay? I guess I'm not really seeing any other option. Board Member Anderson, is how would
The other option is we could just vote.
or the other option? It's up to you. That is an option. So I am really here for your benefit.
I think, Ivan, we'd have to go through each item. Is that
Yes,
the idea?
Right. As unfortunately, we have to go. Address each of the items separately. Okay.
And if Councilmember Anderson wants me to grab the duct tape that he brought and use it on you, it might even go faster.
Sure.
No, I look forward to these times.
Very sincere.
Anderson's attitude has changed a lot in the last 10 seconds.
Yes, it has. Well, okay, so the very first one is going to be Eastridge. The annual budget before you is $182,991. The only thing I do want to point out is that at the public hearing, this number will be going down. The item that you actually voted on in consent was actually one of the parcels paid off. We didn't get the numbers, final numbers, till last week. So this is the before the payoff number. When we come to the public hearing in July 9th, I'll actually have this number revised. But as part of the process, tentative budgets, we can't increase them, but we can decrease them. So that number will be approximately $13,000 less. So then that's good. So with that, I'll answer any questions. On the other part, 3 years, and this will be paid off. So, every one that gets paid off, my life gets a little bit easier. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Questions, anyone?
I'll make a motion.
Motions, anyone?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 31, adopting the tentative budget for Eastridge Community Facilities District for fiscal year 2015-16 and providing notice of a public hearing on July 9th, 2015 by electronic vote.
Second. Okay, the motion and a second. Will you set the vote?
Councilmember Whiting?
Yeah, my screen is blank. So I vote yes.
Thank you.
And that one passes. Okay, we move on then to number B, consideration of approving resolution number 20, adopting the Parkway Community Facilities District's tentative budget for fiscal year 15-16 and giving notice of public hearing July 9th. Bill?
Well, there was one thing I did forget to mention, that all of the actual budgets will be up in Larry's area if the public does want to review it. And then Lee has also got it on the website. So all of the budgets are actually on the website at this point for people to review if they are interested. Parkway CFD annual budget is $284,541, which did not change since we met in May. Again, as part of the budget process, not only are you adopting the annual budget, but you're also, in this case, setting the tax rate. So in the resolution, the tax rate for the upcoming fiscal year for Parkway is $17.18 per $100 of assessed value. Primarily that's due, again, the assessed value of the district went down for whatever reason. It went down approximately 4% over the previous year. So as a result, there could be, again, I haven't got into all of the details, but there could be some parcels that might see an increase, some might see a decrease, some might stay the same. So I haven't really got to that level of detail yet, but I'll have that available at the public hearing. So with that, I'll answer any questions that the board might have.
Any question, Rick? Anybody else got any questions, comments, motions?
Mayor, I'll make a motion.
Okay.
Motion to approve resolution number 20, adopting Parkway CFD number 1's tentative budget for fiscal year 2015-2016 and giving notice of a public hearing on July 9th, 2015 by electronic vote.
Second it.
A motion and a second. Would you set the vote? And that passes. We'll move on to number C, approving resolution number 35 for Pronghorn Ranch. Tentative budget for fiscal year 15-16 and a public hearing July 9th, 2015. Bill?
The annual budget for Pronghorn will be $612,279. Again, the budget did not change since our work study meeting. Staff is proposing a tax rate of $3.12 compared to $4 last year. A couple reasons. Again, we have a little bit of excess money. We have that successor and interest standby contribution charge. It's Ivan's favorite term or phrase, I believe, but that's at $1,872 that we get for every permit that's pulled. So that additional money we've accumulated and used to actually lower the tax rate. So, and also the assessed values in the district went up at almost 8%. So a combination of those two things led to a lower tax rate. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Questions, comments, motions?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we're ready.
Motion to authorize the chairman to sign resolution number 35, adopting the tentative budget for Pronghorn Ranch Community Facilities District for fiscal year 2015-16 and giving notice of a public hearing on July 9th, 2015 by electronic vote.
Second, anyone?
Mr. Mayor, I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Would you set the vote? And that passes. We'll move on to number D. Consideration of approving resolution number 26, adopting Quellwood Meadows Community Facilities District tentative budget for fiscal year 2015 and 16, and giving the notice of public hearing July 9th, 2015. Bill?
Total budget for Quellwood Meadows for next fiscal year is $494,852. Staff is proposing a tax rate of $3.58 per $100 assessed value compared to $4.60 last year. Again, this is another area where the assessed value almost went up 10%. So not only additional homes being built, but the assessed values went up. And also we still have a developer that's contributing money. So right now I only budgeted approximately $40,000. But based on my recent discussions with him, most likely it's good. Next year we're actually going to probably get more than that. So we'll be able to use that money for following years to help either keep the rate at the same or actually hopefully lower the rate with more homes being built out there. So with that, I'll answer any questions that you might have.
Questions, comments, or motions? Okay, we're ready.
Consideration of approving There's nobody here. And he's become a troublemaker. Could we have him removed? Consideration of approving resolution number 26, adopting Wildwood Meadows Community Facilities District tentative budget for fiscal year 2015-16 and giving notice of a public hearing on July 9th, 2015.
I'll second it.
Okay, with a motion and a second, will you set the vote? And that one passes. Move on to number E, consideration of approving resolution number 32, approving Raven Ridge Community Facilities District's tentative budget for 2015 and 16 and providing notice of public hearing on July 9th. Bill, you're up.
Total budget for Raven Ridge is $25,990. Actually, this amount is actually it's a high amount for this. Again, we had 20 parcels, I believe, that were sold at the auction. We're working with WIFA to try to get those paid off and get the revised debt service, but they told us the earliest they can get us the information will be middle of July, which will be after the public hearing and adoption of the budget. So the budget will be set at $25,990, but the likelihood is we're going to have a lot less than that actually being paid off and then collected. So this is by far the high amount, even though it's not a very large number. But again, the parcels are starting to dwindle out there. So this is another one that's, over the next couple of years, should be almost down to nothing. So with that, I'll answer any questions that you might have.
Questions, comments, or motions?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we're ready.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 32, adopting the tentative budget for Raven Ridge Community Facilities District for fiscal year 2015-16 and providing for notice of public hearing on July 9th, 2015 by electronic vote.
Second, anyone?
Mr. Mayor, I'll second the motion.
Okay, a motion and a second. Would you set the vote, Dan? And that passes. We'll move on to number F, consideration of approving resolution number 25, adopting Southside Community Facilities District number 1 tentative budget for fiscal year 2015-16 and providing notice of public hearing July 9th, 2015. Bill?
The Southside CFD budget for 2015-16 is $212,113. We've kind of gone over this in detail about some of the financial difficulties. I guess the district is, or there's actually one property owner. Again, this represents full assessment, as if everyone would pay their assessment that's due. Unfortunately, we still do have one property owner that has not paid. In the event that that property owner does not pay, then basically the town will loan money to the CFD so that we make the annual debt service payment. So I believe or anticipate that most likely this will happen again next year. So it's approximately about $50,000 annually that we end up contributing as a result of this assessment. So with that, I'll answer any questions that the board might have.
Comments, or motions?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion.
Okay, we're ready.
Make a motion to adopt resolution number 25, adopting Southside Community Facility District number 1's tentative budget for fiscal year 2015-16 and providing notice of a public hearing on July 9th, 2015.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, the motion and a second. Would you set the vote, Dan? Okay, that passes. We're moving to G, consideration of approving resolution number 35, adopting Stone Ridge Community Facilities District tentative budget for the year 2015-16, providing notice of public hearing on July 9th, 2015. Bill, that one.
Stone Ridge CFD budget for 2015-16 is $861,123. Staff is proposing a tax rate of $2.74.
Yes.
So it's broke $3. Last year was $3.18. So again, the big part of that is there is a rental income that we're receiving, and also the assessed value in the district went up by approximately 4%. So as a result, we're able to, and obviously the refinancing that occurred a few years ago has been definitely a benefit for the district.
It looks very good, so
Yep.
I think Mike wants to make the motion.
So
I do. Mr. Mayor, enthusiastically, I make a motion to authorize chairman or in his absence the vice chairman to sign resolution number 35, adopting a tentative budget for Stone Ridge Community Facilities District for fiscal year 2015-16 and providing notice of public hearing on July 9, 2015.
I'll enthusiastically second it.
We have an enthusiastic first and second. Would you set the vote? And that passes. Bill, good job. There's most of them we're very happy about. A couple of them we're not.
Right.
We can't change it, so we have
Right.
to live with it. Okay. One passes. We'll move on to consideration and discussion of general unscheduled comments from the public. Brian, any public comments? There being no public comments, we have one more item that everyone hates, and that's to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Second, anyone?
Second.
With a second, would you set the vote, Diane? And that passes. Meeting is adjourned. I think staff did an outstanding job.